Hello and welcome to Speed Skating Deconstructed, What Makes a Skater Great. Today, the Russian Danila Semerikov, one of those guys who is really up or really not, on or off. There are skaters like that. He hasn't done much since 2019 season, but boy, when he's on, he is really on. And he set the track record in Heerenveen in late 2018, December, going 2:08.90 or 6:08.96 on that day. And I wanted to show you what makes this skater great. But first, it's not necessarily his technique, although his technique is very competent and good for his body. As I've said, we must use our anatomy in a way that enhances our skating and doesn't detract from it. And Danila does that very well. He's 6'3", about 180, a big rangy guy, and you can see that in how he skates. Also, probably not a whole lot of upper body, hip, mobility, flexibility to this point in his career because he sits rather upright. That could be a strategic decision. It's easier to get air when you're up higher, to bring air into your lungs through your mouth than you are when it's lower. So I'm not sure if that's a decision they've made or it's simply an anatomical one. Nonetheless, I'll get to what really makes him great in a second, but first I want to show you his technique. This is his corner. Let's watch it fast motion, a corner, and then a straightaway. And there's Sverlin Peterson behind. And we will have an episode on Sver. Just an incredibly long-term, great distance skater, all-arounder, in fact. One of the best all-arounders in the world ever, like ever. Okay, so let's look at Danila's turn, and there's something very specific I want to point out to you. First of all, angles are good, blade angles are good. We've talked about that. What makes his corner great is his right push, which is unusual. Most skaters get a lot more from their left, but Danila gets a lot from each skate, both. He does it better than a lot of people I've seen. How does he do that? Well, watch. Remember, you have a machine on the bottom of your skate. It's called a clap mechanism. It's a machine. You use the machine or you don't. People that use the machine understand that they have it and use it. And Danila does this very well. Watch. You see how far that clap opens? This is very unusual for a distance skater. What it means is he's got a lot of velocity on this right push. Velocity into the ice. Sorry about that. He's got velocity. So he's pushing down really hard on this right skate as the left is not on the ice. So really a lot of thrust down right there, all in that one skate. Then when he's done, this left is down, too bad his name, and the results are in the way. But you'll see this left blade angle very good, but that's really dynamic off that. And he's really letting it go. So he's like walking. It's like a walking turn. Walking. Let's see it in fast motion again to see what I mean. Just kind of walking through it. But back to this. Let's clear the results here and we can see it. But he's really almost leaping to that skate. Notice how quick the timing is off right to left. So he's really abandoning this push, putting a lot of power in and then really letting it go. So you put a lot of power down into the ice, a ton all at once, and then you really let it go to go with this hip and this skate. And then he's done before he starts. Look how early that is. That's a strength he has. There's no question about that. This is very, very good timing. And again, look how much that opens. That means he's really just letting that go, and he's got all his weight here. Nothing is on this skate at this point. It's just a really good pivot off that onto the other skate. So I wanted to show you that about his turn, so that's really good. Now let's watch his straightaways. And you've seen him in fast motion. Not as extreme distance straightaway as, say, Jorrit Bergsma, Kramer, or Niels van der Poel, but still, you can tell this guy's a distance skater because A, he's up pretty high, body's up pretty high. He's up a foot higher than Sver. Sver's 5'11", he's 6'3". But really nice timing too. I mean, just very synchronized, really good pressure here, excellent angles. Moving with this lead. Remember, you want to move with the lead skate, work against this as much as you can, and then drive everything forward against it. We've talked about it before. He does that well. That's really good. Good rest phase. Back into the push. A little later on the right skate than he is on the left. And what I mean by that is a little bit of slide out drift on the right versus the left skate, but nothing really damaging. He works with it because he's going with this left early. So just really nice pendulum into the ice, release into the ice, and only exploding in that one moment. So that's technically Semerikov. Very good straightaways, good rhythm, good rest, turns, really gets a lot out of his pressure and gets a lot of rest even in the turns because he explodes so early and gets rid of that, the pressure on the skate so early that he's ready to pounce on the other one. You can see that in his rhythm on the turn. He's very much a rhythm skater. But what I want to show you that really makes this skater great is an amazing thing. Watch this. He's used his pair very well this whole race. He's used Fairlund Pedersen every other lap. When he goes to the outer, he's drafting on Sver over here on the crossing lane, crossing straight. Right now we got 3 laps to go. Notice the lap time, 29.1, 29.2. Now I'm just going to play it from this point forward. Watch this. 28.2 with 2 laps to go on a 5,000 in Heerenveen at the World Cup. Now he's really digging in and just going for it. A lot of skaters don't drop an arm ever. They'll keep 2 arms up. This is more like old school stuff. He's just going for it. And that's another thing. You know, I don't know if it's people want to stay like looking cool or something, or if it works for them, but almost nobody does this anymore. Just really goes for it. 28.1 with 1 lap to go. This is just amazing. Still digging, still powerful, no decay of his technique whatsoever, none. That shows clear fitness and clear ability to pace yourself. So all the things came together for Danila in this race. Using his pair, being fit enough, very even laps, negative split, dropping his pair with an attack, demoralizing his pair, and then setting a track record. So, and 28.8 on the last. So just an amazing performance by Semerikov. And he's done a couple of those since. I hope he does more because he's a really exciting skater to watch. So we'll see more from him. And I will have Sver on an upcoming episode. And hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to comment. Share this with other people. Subscribe or share with any skaters, coaches you know. All right, thank you. We'll see you next time.